So you think dressage horses can't jump? Well, you haven't seen how high mine can. So in today's video, we are going to be having some fun and jumping one of my dressage horses. I'm going to be explaining why we do this, the benefits of it and how we do it. So let's go get Sausage in because he's in the field at the moment. Your feet are going to get muddy. No, it's fine. Hold on, it's the wrong horse. It's because he's got his fly head on, I didn't know. Let's change. It's that one. Good start, good start. So with the jumping the horses, we do go through different seasons of how often we get to do it. That is just because of like the competition diary and fitting everything in, but it's something that I think is really important for them. So every Saturday they will all jump on the lunge, but that's without me on them. That's just to kind of get their backs moving. If they've had a hard week, it like loosens them out and it really helps with that, and also they really enjoy it. What we're going to be doing today though is actually I'm going to be on them. So we do that, I'd say, every couple of weeks. I try and make sure that I do it once a month. But yeah, that's kind of how we do it. I would like to do it more because I do enjoy it and the horses do. The only issue I have at the moment is I don't have a jump saddle, so I'm kind of limited to how high I can go. I've had some near misses in the dressage saddle with my leg flying back. But yeah, maybe in the future when I get a jump saddle I'll be able to do it a little bit more. So whenever I jump the horses, I can always feel that they are enjoying it. I think it's really good for them to have some variety in their work. It's really nice for them to not just physically but mentally be doing something else. And I can always tell when we're jumping that they're having a good time. I haven't really had a horse that hasn't liked it. We've started small if they've been unsure about it, but they've always built their confidence. And I think it really helps their confidence in the dressage to be able to do loads of different things. So we do the jumping with all ages of horses, and if we have a very young horse, so say they've have only been backed for a few months, what we do is make sure that they're comfortable when we're riding them, and then we would introduce them to some poles. So it would start with just one and I'd walk them over it, I'd get them used to that, then we'd introduce them to two, and I very much kind of leave them alone and let them figure out themselves. I try not to micromanage them too much with that, let them find their own balance. Then as they get used to the poles, we might try like a little raised pole, and then we'll just try like a little cross pole fence like we have over there, probably smaller than that. Just like really keep it very happy, very relaxed. And because our horses, I think, have such a good start and they are quite confident and trusting, we never have massive issues. We do have some horses that are more nervous than others, but we just take it slowly and go at their own speed. And then as they get older, we just continue to do it. So it's never like a big thing that we suddenly have to introduce. It's something that they are always used to. And then, yeah, as they get older, it can get a little bit more exciting. We can do different combinations and things, but yeah, that's how we introduce it. So the first thing we do is obviously warm them up, and it's a little bit different to how I'd warm them up for the dressage. I do quite a lot of like light seat in the canter, moving them around and just let their bodies warm up really. Because they are dressage horses, they all feel pretty supple and pretty loose to start with anyway. You know, that's the aim of the game in that. So I don't feel like I have to work too hard at getting them too loose before I jump them. It's more warming their muscles up for what we're about to do. Also time-wise that we jump them, because they're doing it for fun, we don't jump them for very long. I'd say I'm probably on them max half an hour, including the warm-up. And yeah, I kind of just listen to their bodies, like, or if I have a good jump, like a good kind of couple of fences, I'll then leave it there just so we can keep them really happy and fresh with it. And I think the important thing for my horses is that they enjoy it. So we do have exercises that we do. For example, one of my favourite ones is I put the fences on the centre line where I can do a serpentine with them, and this really helps with control and like all that stuff. But we do have days where I literally just put random fences up and we have fun and jump them, and that is what I'm doing today. There's nothing technical to it. As long as, you know, we see a stride and we get over the fence and we're happy, that's all I really care about. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Obviously start with the fences a little bit lower and they get a little bit higher as we go. So how I kind of handle the mindset stuff of jumping is I always go into the fence in quite a positive way. I'm always visualizing it going well. I'm not thinking about what would happen if I hit the pole or if I make a mistake, because the problem is if you fixate on something like that, the likelihood of it happening is a lot higher. So I try and remain really, really positive, and that helps the horses and myself. So I'm just going to finish off by giving Wilf a canter around our grass track. So this is something else that I think is really important for the horses, that they can go into open spaces and they feel comfortable and confident within themselves in handling that, because sometimes at big shows they have to be able to do that if they're getting to an arena, and it's really, really important for them to be able to handle the different situations. Also, it's really good for them mentally and physically to do some hill work in the canter. It's really, really good for the youngsters when they're developing that strength. And yeah, it's just good fun. So there you have it, guys. That's the end of the video on how I jump some of my dressage horses. I would love to know any jumping exercises that you guys think are really useful that I could try out. I'd absolutely love to know. So just pop that in the comments below, and also make sure to subscribe to the FEI channel so you can check out more videos that we do.